if you feel stuck and lost, this is all you have to think about in the beginning of your Go High Level learning journey. Assuming you have not gotten your first 1 to 2 clients. Step 1, turn off your overthinking brain and breathe for a moment. Step 2, go to the classroom section and follow along with the setup Jasper has laid out step by step in as condensed of a training as he possibly could have, and simply follow along, learn, and apply to your agency. Getting familiar with the Go High Level software and prioritizing what is being shown in the classroom will help you the fastest. At this step, you simply need to get familiar and understand the core features Jasper speaks about so you have the strong foundation to build from as you shift your agency direction as you wish after you have absorbed the core knowledge being taught. And that step 2, I think, in my opinion, helps people from the shiny object syndrome and just helps them watch what was taught in that 5-hour course, and like all the other knowledge you've learned too, just funnel it into this and make sure we have this. And then later, once you don't need to get clients, then you can go and explore those other options. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
And then step 3, do your best to absorb the information being shown. You are not stuck to this forever. This is simply a foundation for you to make your business your own. That's a big one too. So you're not stuck. You can never not do anything else and like explore and do the G sites and Kyle's strategy with Apple. Like all of it would work, but that's a problem. Everything works if you get good enough at it. But for the beginning, we have to like get good at this first thing. And this may not be the best way. There could be a better way, but yet we have to focus on something. So this is the best direction I think Jasper can guide us, which is what he laid out in that course, if that makes sense. And step 4, keep in mind that you have many resources inside of this community at your disposal that act as guide rails for any questions, sticking points, tech questions, beginner questions you may have. You literally have other profitable agency owners, Jasper to personally jump on Zoom calls with you if you book a call, myself to DM for school, urgent Zoom support, etc. You are not alone and have everything you need to become cost neutral and profitable. And then step 5, if you have never done something before, you are supposed to be bad at it, and that's okay. Keep this in mind, especially when you get to the reaching out to clients phase. In the case of cold calling, it could literally take hundreds of calls before someone hops on Zoom with you and tens of Zooms to close your first client, and that's okay. You will get better. Volume negates luck in business, and volume of work also makes you more skilled at whatever you're trying to get better at. That's just the first 5 steps. And I think so many people, including myself, relate to that, because people, I think, have a lot of issues focusing, which I have the same issue, I think, Craig. Like, I don't know if you have that issue, but I have an issue of focusing a lot, especially in the beginning and even now sometimes. And then getting over that initial hurdle of speaking to clients and reaching out to potential clients. It's just like, you don't want to do it. Learning's so fun to a lot of people, but doing is like icky almost. Like, ugh, I don't want to. We'll just postpone that. Like,
right. Yep. So, I agree with that.
And then step 6, we're almost done. Thank you for your patience. It will not always be easy, but this community is meant to take a lot of the variables of unknown away from you, act as guardrails, and allow you to propel yourself forward to profitability as soon as possible so that you won't need to be stressed that your software fee is not coming out of pocket, but funding itself. And that's step 6. And then what's up, Bram and Calvin? How's it going?
What's going on?
What's up? We're just reading through a post that I think a lot of people relate to. We're almost done reading through. But it's in the chat if you guys can see that. And it's the post that says, if you feel stuck and lost. And I think you two would probably, in the beginning phases of your journey, would relate to a lot of that. So if you want to go and read that, so you caught up to what me and Craig are talking about.
Yeah. I actually don't see anything in the chat though.
I'll send it again. What's up, Calvin?
Hey, Tanner. I know I had to hop on and say hey because it's been so long.
Were you guys doing one of your masterminds?
Yeah. We were just Calvin was doing some cold calls. I was on a website, but yeah, I saw that you were live. I'm like, let's go say what's up to Tanner.
I'm working on a website right now for a client actually, so I was like, I'll hop in for a minute.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to read the rest of this out, and then we can probably discuss a pretty cool topic. So if you read that post, I've already read 1 through 5. I'm going to read 6 and 7.
Okay.
It will not always be easy, but this community is meant to take a lot of the variables of unknown away from you act as guardrails and allow you to propel yourself forward to profitability as soon as possible, so that you won't need to be stressed that your software fee is not coming out of your pocket, but at least funding itself. Cost neutrality, right? So that's like a big thing. And then step 7, if there is any promise I can make to you, is this: the feeling of getting your first payment come through to your bank account, generating enough to cover your minimum expense, like software expense, is an amazing feeling that will give you the self-belief that you can do it again and scale it. So keep up, don't quit, stay consistent, and we believe in you. And then the video below that post is actually Alex Hormozy. He has a little clip speaking on the same model Jasper teaches, completely unrelated, but why business owners will pay for what we do. So that's like the 7-step like process. I made a post about feeling stuck and lost, and Craig just heard me read all that out. Craig, what do you have to say about reading that again with me? What do you think?
I think the biggest thing, like you said, is I know I get distracted, and you kind of feel like overwhelmed, even though I do have a lot of go high level knowledge as far as the software, but there's also the fear of getting out of your comfort zone to go out and go after new clients, mainly because there's the unknown of failure, right? But the more that you're in it, most of these live calls and just reading through school, when every time you see someone else win, that gives you more confidence that, hey, you know what, I can do this. Just a matter of putting in the work.
Yeah, and another thing I'll add is like there's so much friction to get that, like to have enough context and get your first client. It's such a big ordeal, like feeling confident to pitch your services. And I'm sure like even speaking with Bram maybe 6 months ago and Calvin and also Demetra, like everyone here could probably relate to that feeling. But as soon as you do it once and you get good results for a client, then there's like a light bulb moment where it's like, oh, I don't have to go through all that crap again. I could just get another client with the same skills I just learned. So then it's literally copy and pasting the things you just put all this time into learning and doing it again. And to me, that's a really freeing, stress relieving thought, if that helps. But you just have to like go once you feel like you're competent enough, and not get away from the watching videos endlessly phase, because then you're stuck in like a purgatory of entrepreneurship. It's kind of tough.
Yeah.
So.
And one thing I'll add to that, and I mean it's fitting since Calvin's here, but the biggest thing that really helped me get, because I remember Tanner, like 6 months ago, I'd get on calls with you, calls with Jasper, basically saying like, I'm too scared to jump in and start doing cold calls. I feel stuck. I've gone like 3 months without a client. And the biggest thing that helped me was finding an accountability partner. And he's right here in the call with us. It's Calvin. We were actually on a morning call with Jasper one day. And then I hit him up, I think like a couple weeks later. I'm just like, hey, man, we should start doing some Zoom calls, help each other with accountability. And it went from just doing one Zoom meeting a week to now pretty much every single day. It's like, I wake up in the morning, and if I feel like if I feel lazy or I feel unmotivated, I got Calvin to message me, hey, you want to Zoom in like 10 minutes? And I'm just like, you know what? I got to get up and, join this Zoom and start working. And with the cold calling at first, it's really scary. I remember with us too, like Calvin would tell me, I don't like cold calling without you. And to be the same thing with me. I didn't like cold calling if he wasn't there, because I still start feeling nervous. Now cold calling is just second nature for us. It's so easy to pick up the phone, but it was really helpful at the start to have someone there where it's like, okay, I'm making the call, but someone's there. He's got my back. If the person like swears at me on the phone, Calvin's gonna be like, you're good, just keep going, call the next one or whatever. So I think the most important thing for anyone that feels stuck is to find an accountability partner. And I think this community is amazing for that, because everyone's like-minded, everyone is trying to achieve the same goal. So just find someone that you can, connect with, and you'll be on your way.
For sure. And recreating the accountability, like if we paired people in the beginning, we kind of considered it. But if we paired you with someone who wasn't like in the same level of into it, it could actually detract and distract you from the goal. So maybe it'd have to be some way to like either do cohorts or do like a mass accountability call. And then like maybe we could start the call in like a massive Zoom call that people who want accountability can join. and then say, hey, if you want to split off, pick someone, you can test and see if you like being their accountability, and then maybe switch partners or something. What do you guys think? Like, how would we be able to get that as a system, accountability partners successfully?
Yeah, I think the first thing that comes to mind is like we talk about, like, obviously the biggest thing I see in the community a lot is like, especially like the maybe the Quest one. We have a lot of newcomers that are looking for niches. They're like, what's the best niche? What's the best niche? And it's like there is so, I mean, there's like 5 or 6 that come to mind that are like the top ones I think Go High Level really fits for, but you can technically sell it to anything. And I think like Bram and I will like target the same niche but different areas. And so like he might be targeting a different country or a different state. I'm targeting a different state. And so we're never overlapping with each other. But when he finds success doing something, I can then take it and apply it to my region or vice versa. And we kind of build off of each other that way to just gain insight. And it also is just a quick way to like kind of, yeah, like I said, when you have an accountability partner cold calling with you, you're learning a lot. You kind of take what successes they have, apply it to you, and you keep just applying successes until you kind of start kind of narrowing in on a very like streamlined version of your pitch, your sale, everything. So yeah.
That gives me an idea just from what you said. So maybe like niche agency, niche cohorts or something like that. So in the beginning, you're just like in the water, like, going through the community, trying to figure it out. But when you pick a niche, we could have like niche specific like cohorts, and you could all exchange information. Would that be useful, or is that like in the right direction, you think?
Yeah, I think that could definitely, I think that definitely would help people that maybe are struggling for sure, that need that accountability. And yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. I mean, having Bram there has helped me so much. Like he knows stuff about Go High Level I don't know. And being able to ask him questions, has just been really helpful. And it makes definitely the journey a lot easier.
Awesome.
Yeah, I would say, like you were talking about, like an idea of you had guys have an idea of pairing people up when they first signed up, and then you also thought that might not work. But what if, and I'm just coming up with an idea here, it could be a good idea, it could be terrible, but what if like there's like you pair two people for like a couple days, and then you automatically switch them to someone else, and then you do that for like a whole month, and after the month they can choose the one that they were able to connect with the best. I don't know, something like that.
Speed dating.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like the issue that if Bram and Calvin get together, and then Bram's all about paired with Calvin, Calvin's like, I hate Bram. It's like it's
I know, you're right.
yeah.
I think a big part of it too is like, yeah, you could, I mean, for anyone listening, whether it's, if this gets posted or whatever, I think just even like finding someone in the community that maybe is just messaging them and just like, hey, you want to hop on a Zoom call and get to know them. And if you guys really hit it off, if you guys are really like-minded, you guys have the same goals in mind, just asking, to be that. And it just happened naturally for me and Bram, so, but it's been really good.
So maybe at least the first step would be in like encouraging, if you guys are on the same call with someone, whether it's an onboarding call, an initial agency Q&A, the hangout calls, or the weekly trainings, or the small group calls, whatever it is, or just interacting on the community forum. If you find someone that, like, just like Calvin said, I encourage you to hop on Zoom and just talk to each other, get to know each other. Why did you want to join High Level Vault, and what made you want to start your own agency? I think like that would be the first step, and then people can we just let them know that that's acceptable and you're allowed to get on Zoom with people. Maybe maybe we make a post. Who wants an accountability buddy? Talk to people. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. And is this going to be posted anywhere, Tanner? Is this going to be like Twitter or just kind of internal?
Well, me reading the "If You Feel Stuck and Lost" post with Craig, I'll probably post that even on like YouTube. But if you don't want something posted, I can just pause it.
Oh, no. I was just going to say, like, I mean, if anyone was watching, if this was recorded or posted, I think like a big piece of advice that I told Bram about, and I've been seeing a lot of success, is like on like your sales pitch with anyone is showing work that you've done. And I know for some people, they're like, well, I don't have any clients. And I'm like, if I could go back and tell myself like, hey, just build like 3 websites or 2 websites for free, just go to a local business and be like, hey, I'll build it for free. I don't even care. And it sucks. Like it sucks to put your time in, but when you have that portfolio to show people, it builds so much credibility that I did not have when I first started off. And I feel like I lost a lot of business because I didn't have credibility. And I think if I would have had that credibility, even just if it was a free website I built for a family member, being able to show that on the call. I mean, my close rates have gone up a lot recently. I think because on the sales calls now, it's a mission of mine. I always make sure I show previous work in the call at some point. And
Mm.
so that's a piece of advice that, I mean, maybe some people here can share with anyone that's struggling as well, but that's something that I've noticed that's helped my success a lot as well.
Exactly what you said, and also getting video testimonials, even from the free ones, as fast as possible. And
Yeah.
not everyone has to do that. Not everyone wants to make a video, but if I have like 3 really good video testimonials, and to that, it's like these are just, you can just say these are some of my clients. Even if you have 3 video testimonials and you actually have 4 clients, then you can say
Yeah.
these are some of my clients, and you can like really push. And like you just string them together. Like I'll show you the first 10 seconds of this one that I'll share with you guys. Is like this exactly what I'm talking about. Just proof. So anyone that's questioning you, like, oh, is he X, Y, and Z? It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I'll share this link real quick. You guys can watch the first 10 seconds of it and see kind of how to format it, the skeleton.
Guys, hello.
Hi.
Shout out to Tanner at Grapple Growth.
Hey, my name's Michaela Lee. My husband and I own Triad Martial Arts Academy in Preston. Tanner made the website.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's
So,
great.
so just three initial like intros to show immediately in the first 30 seconds that you've worked with 3 people, and then they can watch as much as they want, then describe your services in that video. And man, it's so helpful just to know that like the conviction you have when you have a video you could just point at, be like, what over here, look at that. On top of having a portfolio of work, it acts as like a, I don't know, a lead nurture thing. Plus, like organic content, if you start making that, which I plan to make a lot more of, it just builds trust altogether. So just to build on the portfolio of comment, video testimonials are solid. That'd be really nice.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot with some landing pages I go to from some of these like YouTubers, and they have a lot of video testimonials in there. And I've never really thought to ask my clients for video testimonials, so it's probably something I'll start doing.
The most of them won't do it just because no one wants to, but you can just emphasize this would mean the world to me. You don't have to, but especially for your free ones would be happy to do it. If you're like in that stage. So if you're trading, like if you're giving free work, like Calvin said, just say, if I do a good job, all I ask is for a video testimonial. And if you think it's worth it later, you can switch to paid if you like, but I'm going to keep to my word and keep you as free for as long as I can. And
right.
It's like a good little exchange. And the video testimonials are worth almost more than the money they would pay you anyway. To my opinion. So
yeah, for sure.
100%. Yeah, that's been the biggest game changer for me. And I think people nowadays have it. I feel like the later I almost kind of envy the people that are going to be like that just joined the community and all that, because I'm like, dude, you like every week there's new knowledge, people learn stuff, and it's like you get like to start out so much better than I started like 7 months ago, and it's like, I mean, I don't know, it's just interesting to see. Like, I can't imagine what starting out 2 years ago must have been like, where you're just kind of out in open water. And so people now, I think, have it really lucky where they have so much advice that people have learned a lot, and they have so much at their disposal. I think it's really lucky of them.
Oh yeah, I'd have to agree. Like I was looking at the level of progress I made back in 2023 versus if I started now, I could probably achieve the same. Like I really think people, if they really just follow exactly what that first post I said, I was showing to Craig, if you feel stuck and lost, and go through the first seven steps, and just like literally Eunice is a perfect example. He literally he turned off his brain, and in that case, he watched the course, did exactly what Jasper said, didn't look up anything else, and he got like 11 clients in 2 months. Like, bottom line, but most of us, including me, we're such overthinkers. But Eunice just did it, and he's such a good, valuable, amazing community member now, and he's one of the best resources, I think, for people. He's 19-year-old kid in the UK in college. He did it in 2 months, and he's still growing. And now he's like one of the authorities in the group, along with Calvin and Bram and everybody else. So, and Nick now, and James Clark, and we just have so many awesome people that have insights. I look at like James Clark, right? Like the way he can explain and help people get over their first hurdles. He helps people get past that first initial friction of starting an agency and just being okay with charging lower ticket without a setup fee. And he just like hooks them up with everything. He does such a good job. I spoke with him one-on-one a couple times. And then with Nick in the later stages, if you offer such a good service, you do a 40+ page website and then do search atlas and auto and crank all that work that you've done with that 40+ page on-page SEO, and you get their social medias right with a website link and the first post with a website link, and then you get cloud stacks and backlinks. Like he's mastering all of that. And that to me is like, oh, it's okay to charge more if you can guarantee results. So the combo between James Clark and Jasper and Nick, and then all of our combined findings, oh my gosh, we're just going to keep getting better, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Crowdsource, it's the definition of crowdsourcing in action. It's so cool to see.
Yeah. And it's also inspirational to see, you know, like you said, all those people you mentioned, they're like giving back and they're trying to help people. And that's the same thing. Anytime I learn something new, I'm just like, well, I want to give back that information and help, you know, the next person that's probably going to be in my position now. So it's, yeah, I mean, it's a great community you guys have going.
Thank you for that. Yeah, we've been trying. And I mean, honestly, if people can just become cost neutral and then even just make like $1,000 a month profit, that's life-changing money for most people. That's like, you can almost pay rent and basic bills with that. If $2,000 a month profit, that's like, well, you're getting close to a job income, you know, it's getting ahead. You don't have to be like, people think I want to be millionaires, I want to be this, but what if you just made $3,000 a month from your laptop? What could that do? And what if you could make more? That's like, if you have low expenses and even 3-4 grand a month, who cares if you're not making $1 million? You're free.
Yeah. Dude, I tell Bram all the time, like, dude, I'm so impatient. I'm like, if I don't have $5,000 in my bank account every month within 3 months of like signing up for Go, I'm done. Like, and I was so naive to think that. And I think it's like, but if someone told you like, hey, if you give it a full year and you'll make $5,000 every month recurring, and then if you give it 2 years, you'll make 10,000. It's like that, like a year seems like a long time. In reality, that's not to get from like your goal. I mean, most people start businesses, they're not profitable for 3 to 5 years. Profitable. That's before they even make any money. So it's like in this world, like you can within a month or two, within your first month, you can become profitable like very quickly. Like I think by my second month, I got profitable. It was something like that. And then so it's just like it's so crazy how quickly you can do it. And I think at least for me, it was hard for me to just like be like, oh yeah, like, you know, I got to give it at least a year, like before I start seeing maybe like real money that's like, I can leave my job kind of thing. But I think
like with Calvin, I remember Calvin was so against offering $97 a month for websites. There was like no way like there was no way you could convince him to do it. He's like, I'm not going to waste my time for $97. And then he went like two or 3 months where he just wasn't getting any clients. And then he switched over to the 97 model. I think he signed on like 5 or 6 new clients in the past month. So I'm just like, if you did that like from like 3 or 4 months ago, you'd have so many clients right now.
I think the combination like of the what we crowdsourced, that's the meta. It's just like charging low, and just like Jasper shows in the course and James Clark mentioned, it's $97. Get people in. If you get 20 clients on 97 and they're all happy, and you don't have to promise, it's almost better to have lower paying because they don't expect you to perform with SEO. They just want a website with Google reviews and it all runs. It's like a one-time setup. You don't touch it again. But then if you like a big meta or like perk or whatever is if you have 30 clients, those are your next leads of people to upsell to the next thing because they're naturally going to want more. It's already happened to me with one of my clients who's on like a $200 a month plan. He's like, dude, I love it. It's so great. What's the next thing? And he offered to pay me more for more what like, and then if you have a $1,500 offer or $1,000 a month offer with that massive SEO boost with some type of like general guarantee, you can upsell 30 clients to pay you from 97 to 1,000. So it's a long-term play. You get the money coming through, like Brand was saying, get those clients and then upsell later passively.
Yeah. And I think even like the referral game, like I have one of my customers, like I gave them like the SEO package for $397 just because I was like, I want to close them. Like I need this client, and I closed them, and I mean, they're great because they pay for my search outlets, my Go High Level just off that one client. And like they they were just like, hey, I wanted you guys to run a report for me because I want to recommend you to our friends. And so like I got a I'm getting hopefully a referral from them eventually. But like if you had like 10, 20 clients, it's like, you know, you might get a one referral every month or something, just build on and build on and build on. So
I plan on like building out a referral incentive program for my agency. And I
yeah,
think anyone that gets above like that first hump of like a head above water and they don't need any more clients, what I might, Jasper, and I might start pushing, and I'm going to start doing this myself, is just like make your current clients happy, cold call as much as you need to in the beginning. But once you have enough to not need more clients right away, start making YouTube content and build a referral program with incentivized referrals. So maybe every client that they refer you, Calvin, you could pay them a $300 one-time commission
yeah,
on the setup. And now you have your clients and anyone else who wants to push your business to them that you're paying everyone, and every time you pay, you get people. So imagine, like in my case, I'm going to be in the martial arts jiu-jitsu gym kind of like niche for my agency. So I like have my own brand on my chest and also reach out to athletes and say, hey, do you want to be sponsored? And they're going to be like, yes, because most of them are broke. And if they refer me 10 businesses, they make $3,000. Holy crap. And I get 10 clients. And then those clients can then push the referral program. So I think that's the like, I'm going to push that heavy for my own situation.
for sure. Yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta cut it short. I actually have to go here in a minute. But I hope everyone else has a good time with everyone hanging out and learns a lot. But I'm sorry I have to ditch out.
No problem. It was good to see you, Calvin.
Yeah, good to see you, Tanner. Bye.
See you. But yeah, for sure. I got another one joining. But yeah, a lot of that stuff just gets me like super nerding out on strategy, Brim and Craig. I could talk about it all day, to be honest. Like I know I guess I just love business strategy. It's just fun. It's like a video game almost.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, Tanner. 1 second, I'm getting a call.
no, you're good. You're good. What's up, Ian?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good.
Have you been on one of these calls before?
No, it's my first time, man.
Oh, welcome to the group. Are you a new, relatively new Vault member, or are you just hopping on and you've been here for a while?
No, I'm relatively new. Just signed up for the Vespers affiliate like a couple days ago.
Cool. Well, welcome to the call. This is an
No,
initial
appreciate
agency
it.
Q&A, like initial agency Q&A, as you saw in the description, and I just answer any general questions for people who have a moment to hop in, and any concerns you have, any questions I can answer. Or we were just talking about some initial agency issues. Oh, see you later, Bram. It's good to see you. But yeah, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer, and I'm here for your success. So
No, for sure. It's probably asked before, but I try and run like my niche is more construction contractor focused. Because I'm in the niche itself. What would you recommend would be like a good way to get a couple clients initially? Because right now I've been just doing more like a free version, just so I can like get social proof and like build up my Google reviews and stuff. So what would be like the best way to niche into the contracting world?
are you in the contracting niche physically yourself? Like,
Yeah, yeah, but I'm transitioning over to more doing a back office. And
okay,
so what I provide is not just marketing, but I also provide like estimating and finance and administration. So a full back office for your construction company.
cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, so the experience you have that could be used as like uh credentials for yourself, or you're already in the niche physically with your business or whatever company you're working with, or if it's your own.
Yeah.
So that's helpful. And then you could actually give free labor or free work to people to like get video testimonials on how good of a job you did. And you could I recommend going through the course if you haven't already, just to get an overall understanding of how to use Go High Level if you're not used to it or haven't used it that much before. It's about 5 hours of super condensed material, that core course in the classroom. And just like,
Which one is it?
so High Level Vault, it says start here to
Okay, that one.
Yeah, to end quest here, right? So just go through that
Okay.
5 hours. If you put it on 1.5 speed, take about 3 or 4 hours to go through and just follow along and build out your um you know your high level setup. And then there's snapshots you can use and apply to, like, it's already set up for construction, so you can build
Yeah.
website design from that snapshot that can help you save like 12 hours of editing. So that's cool
So
too.
I know Jasper mentioned that he had a bunch of snapshots already. Is that already in the high level vault?
Yeah, so how we have it is you can request, just message me, and I
Okay.
can now to you right now. But anyone who's on a free trial, they get access to 2 snapshots of their choice. They automatically get it. But as soon as they become a paying Go High Level user, they get access to the 50 plus snapshot classroom. So
Okay.
yeah. So I'm happy to send that to you right now, even if you want the construction snapshot and a
Yeah,
walk.
that'll be awesome. And this is different from the snapshots that Go High Level templates already have, correct?
Yeah, these are way better. Um,
Heck yeah, dude.
as far as the design, like there's even Jasper's made some posts in the vault where they're like he got his website designer to make websites for us in the vault. There's like niche specific snapshots, and he gives you a full build out. So
Oh wow.
um
Automations and everything.
yeah, automation specific to it. Obviously, you need to go in and edit the website to the brand of the company and maybe make some changes and add some pages for the customizations you need to make. But as far as the general design, it saves hours and hours of making stuff look pretty, and you can edit from a template rather than from scratch. So
Okay.
the automations are there too. The general automation
Okay.
for most of that niche. So yeah, for sure.
So the other, oh, sorry, can I ask another question?
Of course.
Um, so I remember him in the video, Jasper saying that he works with a VA. It's just him and a VA. What does that VA do?
So that VA specifically, the website designer, his name's Mike, and he's really good at what he does. And he he builds obviously website templates for the vault, and that's one core thing he does. But for his agency, if a customer or current client messages Jasper's business and says, "Hey, can I get this update?" Jasper's outsourced that to a VA that can then make that change to the website. So he's outsourced all website design account updates to the VA. So this whole segment of time consuming, he's just outsourced to Mike, and he can focus on other things like content creation, the vault, helping affiliates succeed, stuff like that.
Okay. And in the community, how many affiliates are there right now that are trying to promote Go High Level itself?
None. All of them are doing direct
Okay.
agency client work. I mean, I'm sure there's some. There's like probably 5 or 10, but that's not the purpose of the vault. The
Gotcha.
Like if you do want help with affiliate, him and I will like can help you personally. But
Okay.
like with if that's like a route you want to go. But most people we really, because Jasper runs his own agency directly to local business clients, and so do I directly to local business clients. And we want
Okay.
to keep that at the core of what we're doing. Because that's like that's the most important part is helping local businesses grow.
Okay. And then are you guys like just working on businesses locally and in the state, or do you guys branch out?
Anywhere with a Google business page, you can actually help. And every country, every external to the United States, they'll have their own laws with phone numbers and laws with the Google business page and websites. You have to follow those laws. But like there's people in the UK, for example, we have a guy in the vault, he's from the UK, and he helps UK clients and US based clients, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
So
right on.
it's you could always work around something and make it be within legal. Like it just depends. As long as they have a Google business page, like Malaysia, for example, I think they have Google business pages, so you could actually help.
Oh, wow.
Well, if they have the budget for it, right? So
Okay. Um, the other thing too, I was curious, like with Google My Business, you can create your clients under your main Google My Business brand, right?
um if I understand your question correctly, so every client would need to, so every business with an LLC, like per LLC EIN,
Yeah.
you should have one Google business page for that local area. And if it's a multi-location business, you should have a separate Google business page per location. But as far as it being under you, you as the agency owner probably won't have a Google business page unless you want to in your local area, but that's the only place you could get clients from in the local area.
So does your agency like help clients with the Google My Business on behalf of them
Yep.
under your account, or do you just log in? Do they give you your logins? Does your clients give you their logins for you to log into their account and then build a Google My Business?
Good question. So it depends. So either a lot of clients don't really, sometimes they don't have a Google business page. They need to make one, and you can walk them through that process on a Zoom call. And then once they
Okay.
make it, or if they already have one, they can give you an admin or managerial access, full control access to that
Oh,
business page, and it'll be attached to your Google account. So like, as long as you're signed into your Ian Doolin's Google account, if they've given you access to that email, you can just log in and edit things for them, and they get to outsource that to you.
okay. No, cool.
Yeah. Same thing with a website domain. They need to give you an admin managerial access to their domain. But once you have those two
Okay.
things, you're good.
Okay. Um, I'll have another question, but I'll just wait. Dude,
Okay.
I'm super pumped, by the way.
That's awesome. Thank you for joining and putting your trust in us. We'll do our best to take care of you. And Jasper host, you can hop on directly with Zoom with Jasper twice a week if you want to book small group support calls for whatever reason. He gets really technical and answers any question you have.
And that's in the calendar, right?
Yep. So you need to, for that, you need to actually click on the link in the calendar, click on his Go High Level calendar in that school calendar. You'll know what I'm saying. And then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can take into you can book a date and a time slot. You have to book a time slot or you won't be able to join the Zoom call. So just a heads up.
Okay. Okay. No, and I want to talk to you guys about the affiliate program too.
Yeah, we help people with startup if that's what the route they want to go.
Yeah, I do.
I helped Jasper with the both high level quest and vault. I came to him with the community ideas, and I've been helping him with his affiliate program and growing that. So I'd be happy to help you with that.
Awesome.
For sure. And yeah, so booking the calls with Jasper, the small group support's super helpful. We may not do these initial agency Q&As forever, but what I might start doing is like onboarding calls for new members or people who've never been on one before and answer questions like this, and also just help people get familiarized with the group. So these for now will be every week on Wednesdays, as you just have seen, but they may change. The call may be gone in the future, but you'll still get a bunch of different like ways to get support from me. So
In the vault, are all of these recorded that I can get access to and look at other past what people have been talking about?
yeah, like for small group calls, I'll show you. It's pretty cool. I'll share my screen real quick. Share screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right.
What's loading? Yeah, I can see it now.
Cool. So you see where it says Jasper small group calls?
Yep.
Here? So you scroll down. This is where you first see. You go down here. You click. Everything from June 2024, we have a call recorded, so you can look back and see. But not only that, I've summarized, timestamped, and transcribed
Yeah, I saw that.
every previous conversation Jasper's had and every question he's ever answered. So if we go, we're in the community and say you log into school and you're just looking around, you could go to this search bar. Can you see the search bar right now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you could look up like Google Calendar, for example, just random, you have a question about it, click enter, and then go to classroom.
Oh, fire, dude.
And look for the keyword of Google Calendar. So like here, July 10th at minute 43:23, we talked about Google Calendar setup, or Jasper did. And you can go to that point, click that call, find where it says 43:23, which is right here, and you can click it. It'll take you to that point in the video.
Dude, that's fire.
And
do you have a community yourself, or?
Yeah, I have one. I mean, I'm partnered with Jasper on High Level Quest and Vault, but this is mine. It's for my direct agency clients, and I'm just getting into this as far as like really putting effort towards it. And I'm like templating it out for people. So with the resources Jasper gave, plus a couple other things, I built out my
Is
own.
that paid or is that free?
This is free. It's welcome to anyone who wants to join. I help anyone that joins, and it's just like a free extra resource. You don't.
Heck yeah, dude.
It's not a part of Jasper's high level quest stuff, but I am like I want to nurture direct like jujitsu gym and like local business leads in there for me, and other people could use this as their template too when they make their own school community if that's what they want to do. And
Freaking awesome.
I have my own like school link you can use. So if you ever start a school community, I'll help you for no extra charge. And it's another affiliate program with school, but I can help you no extra charge to you. So
Awesome.
How much does it charge? How much does it cost to run the school community, Tanner?
yeah, so for school per community, it's $99 a month. And there's pros and cons to whichever one you use. Go High Level has a community builder called Go Collab. If you have Go
Yes,
High
I saw
Level,
that. Yeah.
if you have Go High Level, it's completely no extra charge to you, but there are perks and different perks to having a school community. And either way, I'll help you, to be honest. You don't have to pick school, but me and Jasper like school a lot. And you also unlock a lot of master classes and trainings when you have a school community. So it's not only a software you get that has a bunch of cool features, but it also has like mastermind trainings. So, but to your question, Craig, super quick. So he has like the primary pages that we're familiar with, but for the services, every location for the primary city he's going for with the highest search volume and all the closest little areas around that city, like geographically, he'll make a website page about that location and the services in those locations. So he could have 40 total pages. This adds 5, this adds 5, like each of these add 5 pages. And then he'll do that until he's happy with the amount of locations. And then what he'll do after all that on-page SEO with proper keyword research, this is his like initial step. Then he'll connect this core website. This is website, as we know, we offer and set up inside of Vault. And then he'll attach this website link to the Google business page, Google My Business. He'll optimize the Google business profile. He'll get Google reviews, right? This is what he's doing for businesses so that they'll pay him all that money. Is it making sense so far? So Google reviews, he'll do that. And then he'll take all of this stuff that he's done, and then he'll use Search Atlas, which is the second software that Jasper recommends. And then he'll use Search Atlas and then Auto. And Auto is an AI that takes all of this information that you've put on these pages and like ramps it up tenfold, because it just does all the back end SEO too, which is like the SEO metadata on the back end and like the canonical links, which is what it just shows like the exact URL of each page of all these 45 pages. It gives all the context, and it just does like days and days of back end complicated work that usually take days in like 2 seconds. And the more context you give it on the website and the Google business page and the good Google reviews you get, it cranks it up like Auto. It cranks everything up. And this is essentially what he's doing, which is why I wanted to interview him. He's cranking all this stuff up, and it like 10x's the performance of this. Now, all of this is done. All of it's done, and what he'll do is then he'll get a free software called Google Search Console, which Jasper recommends too. It's something that Google recommends. And what that does, instead of the updates taking 3 months, you just click a button, it takes about 2 weeks, and Google will index it, and then it'll rank appropriately to the area. That's what Nick does.
And and the console will index all the pages, right?
Yes.
It'll crawl all the pages. Wow.
It'll crawl all the pages, all the stuff Auto did, your Google business page, all the backlinks, and there's so many other cool things you can do too. And like, this is just like an overarching concept. It would take a little bit longer to show everything, but that's the premise.
I guess he's having really good success ranking.
Yeah, oh yeah, he is for sure. Yeah, because then he'll do that, and then he'll also like he'll make the Facebook page and have the website link from this like Facebook page in the bio of that business link to the core website, the main domain. And he'll also do Instagram and link it to the domain, and then make a post on each of these. And then he'll do YouTube and link it to the domain, and like have a link in a post and in the bio. and he'll do LinkedIn link. He doesn't do like a bunch of posts. He just does one account for that business if they don't already have one, and then one post. And then all of that links, all social medias, X or Twitter, a link, everything, Instagram threads, a link. So these act as free backlinks. And then he'll also auto offers backlinks as a part of it. So you can just get like 13 backlinks that route to the core website. And all this Jasper will explain, and there'll be more information on it. So if it is complicated, it's not so bad. This seems like a lot, but it's just like a bunch of golden BBs you can do to get a really good result. We can just talk.
How many have you had in the past, Tanner?
For meetings? This meeting?
For this is initial agency, is it?
Yeah, like the initial
On the
Q&A. Yeah. How many have I had?
Yeah, in the past. How many have turned up?
Oh, like the most, probably like 12 or 14, maybe.
Okay.
But for the trainings, Jasper's weekly trainings, it's like 50 plus people show up to that. And then you can book a small group support call with Jasper 2 times a week. And that's like a 5-person group. And you have to book a time and a date for that. And he'll go through and answer individually any question you have. He's like a go high level wizard. He just knows everything.
Yeah, see, I need to get on there. But I'm just, because I've got a lot of time on my hands, right? Like I can learn all this, and I should get on there and like focus. I guess I'm having issues with focusing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
sure.
like I should, like the day before the meeting with Jasper, I should do my stupid due diligence to make sure that I know exactly what I want to know. Say like, because I've got a demo call at 11:30 today. So it's like, well, even though I've watched the videos of his onboarding, I should make sure that whatever I feel not confident, then that's where I should turn up to Jasper's and just ask the question.
Yeah. And this.
Yeah.
And this is good too, because like even just talking through the process. Oh, take care, Craig. See you, man. Yeah, it's recorded. Yeah, and even if just talking through the process, like it can be stressful. So like even in onboarding, it's very simple. There's a checklist too. Oh, there you are. I see you now. Let me see. Let me find the checklist.
I don't see myself.
I can see you.
I just,
I don't know if that was intended, but
how do I see myself on the Zoom?
Okay, so you move your mouse.
I'm looking at the video.
You should see view in the top right, like a view button.
Oh yeah.
Click that and then do like gallery.
It is on gallery.
Oh, then multi-speaker.
Yeah, nah, I don't see myself.
Gallery.
Show self view. Oh, there it is. Jeez.
Oh, I guess because some people don't like watching themselves talk, so they would just rather like talk to the people. It feels more like probably a conversation. So I didn't know that was a feature.
That's cool. All good, man. Sweet, brother.
Yeah, and then so for the onboarding, for example, it's going to be like pretty simple. You are going to I have an onboarding checklist somewhere, actually. Let me type it in. Checklist.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's in the onboarding on Jasper's videos. I just need to I just need to keep practicing, going over and over.
Yeah, so I'm watching it now. So it's like pretty much I'm gonna send you this onboarding checklist, and you can use it to like just you're gonna need to get the information. So say they pay you. That's the first step, right? After you've built their trust and showed them like that you can help. Once they pay you whatever the setup fee, if you have one, or you're just doing a free setup completely, onboarding's initiated, and you're going to start collecting pretty much the info you need to function and get them set up without them having to answer back and forth like 1,000 questions. Ideally, on that Zoom call, you can get all the main questions answered on the call, get the payment information on the call, just to make sure that when you hang up Zoom, you can get the most amount of work done as fast as possible, and give yourself a 2-week time frame to complete and fulfill the promises you promised to them to get done. And then at that point, if you need to message back and forth, they've already given you access to their domain. If they have one, they've given you access to their Google business page as far as like an admin or manager. And that's just 2 things for access, and the rest is information. And I'll send, I think I sent it to you if you read that document in Zoom chat.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've got that on my Google Drive.
Yeah,
you see, I'm one of these ones that it's like I can be behind my computer and then all of a sudden my focus is just.
Yeah, I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it too. But pretty much you get the info you need, you get the access that you need, and that's it. And then you give them a time frame you're going to complete. I'm going to get your stuff done in the next 2 weeks. Is it by this date? And ideally you could get it done in like 2 days, and they're going to be wowed the fact that you did it so quick, or a week if you can get it done that quick. You're going to send them, once you build out the website, you ask them, do you like this design or would you change anything? What do you think? And that way you can have a back and forth, and they're 100% satisfied with your setup and the design of it. And then whenever they've given you the 100% green light that you are good to go, then you can start the monthly payments after that and fulfill whatever promises. So that's pretty much the bottom.
Yeah, so with the payment, I've done up the products, right? Do I just send them, because I'm not on the 497 SaaS, so I'm just thinking I'll just send them the I don't know, the product link.
Yeah, you could be on Zoom. Okay, so we'll practice right now actually. So say I have a products page in the pricing, so I'll share my screen. So I have a page set up that I would like demo if I'm talking to someone. I have my own pricings too. It's a bit different, but I'm trying stuff out. So share. Cool. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
So we've talked in this hypothetical, we've talked about like, okay, Limbs, you're a business owner. We've already talked and you trusted me. I think I can help. And this is my offer. You've given me the green light. I've shown you everything. So we go through and we look at the pricing for everything. It's like, okay, we have 3 plans you can pick from, Limbs. I'm just going to go through, and I'll just go ahead and explain this too, just to give you like some, I guess, like other like mental reps, maybe. I don't know if this is helpful. Maybe for someone watching the recording, it'll be, you can say, okay, this is, they're like, so pretty much they're like, okay, what's the price? What do you offer? So I would say like, well, we have 3 plans. The first plan is we set up your business's essential foundation with our affordable starter plan. It is $100 setup because we put a lot of time into making sure it's perfect. And then it's after that setup and you've given me the green light, it's $99 a month. This will get you a 3-page website, home, about, and contact page. It's you get on-page SEO, a Google review reactivation, ongoing Google review collection, missed call text back feature, an app to manage your leads, a contact form and chat widget, and then one-on-one marketing consulting. That's just to give you advice on the other things. And that's a pretty cool deal. The second pro plan is boost your business online presence. It's a $500 setup fee because we do a lot more, and it's $299 per month. It's a 4-page website, home, about, contact, and calendar page. Everything from the starter plan plus SMS and email automations will optimize your Google business profile. We'll give you the self-booking customer calendar so people can go in, book, get a reminder, the appointment reminder automations. They get a reminder 24 hours before their appointment, 4 hours before their appointment, and directions to show up and give you and become a paying customer in person, whatever you're offering, be it a quote, be it a free trial, be it a first session. They can pay for the first session. It's all customizable. Most people with our company pick $500 per month, or $500 setup fee, and the $299 per month. And the first client I worked with was actually on this plan, and their business grew by 24% in 90 days. And this one, because we got their website up, they got lead capture automations, they got rigged higher on Google, they got a bunch of waiver submissions. It happened to be a jiu-jitsu gym, and they were really happy. And they've been a customer of mine for over a year now. and they enjoy it. At that point, so pause in the scenario. At this point, you can throw in whatever credibility that you've either seen with other marketers and other businesses, or personal testimonials that you've seen for your clients. So that's when you can throw in this. I'm talking to the real limbs, not the fake limbs, the real limbs. Now you could throw in a little bit of testimonial and like examples of reassurance, right? And then the unlimited plan, most people may not need this, but we just have this here because this is what it takes to like get more closer to like the guarantee of results. It's dependent because sometimes it's super hard to rank higher online. So this one, you unlock every feature that we offer to maximize growth. It's a $1,500 setup fee. It'll be $750 up front. And then once you give the green light, you're 100% satisfied, you'll pay the next $750. And then it's $999 per month after that. That's because you get a 40+ page website, home, about, contact, calendar, surrounding location service pages, and a blog. Everything from the pro plan, ongoing website monitoring and improvement, ongoing Google business page monitoring and improvement, off-page ongoing advanced SEO, and 5 core blogs created. And that goes with a lot of, that comes with a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much the breakdown. That's the price. And yeah, that's probably what I would do. And then they would say, they'd probably say the $299 per month one. And they would see, because I've already explained how helpful it is. And you want a larger priced one because it acts as a price anchor. And some people will pay for it. And it's true. That's what I would want to charge for that level of service. But what I really want is the $299s and $99s per month, because it's a one-time setup and very low ongoing effort, to be honest.
Hey, so this is like a funnel that we can use, that
Yep.
is part of what you've given us already with the snapshots, right?
Yep, Jasper has set this up for everybody, and like I've customized it to my own pricing and what I want to do. And say you're on the call, or they're looking at
so
you could send them this. So say we're on Zoom. It's like, okay, I'm going to send you this page over here, chat, and I'll send this link to you, and you're going to click that. And then you don't have to actually click that, but I'm just showing you could send it on the Zoom and click a sign up button on one of them. So sign up, cool. We're going to go here. So this is me explaining 3 pricings, and you can have like a video if you want to automate some of the process. And you're going to do company name, full name, email address, and phone number. Right. So
so I've got to set that up. I'm going to set this up with on the product, say, and just install it. Yeah, sweet.
Test, and then
test. I've still got to do that.
Well, what it'll look like. So once they click this, the order info will be here, and I've explained the pricing up here in case they were sent the link not directly by me, and I'm not explaining live, but they can watch a similar explanation on this video, and I explain it in like 7 minutes, and what the process looks like. And I explain you're going to pick one of these 3, and that commences working with Grapple Growth, and then I'll get to you as soon as possible. We'll discuss over Zoom, but this commences the project. They can either do it and you get an immediate payment pop up on your phone, and then they get an email sequence if you want to set that up, or live on this call, they can be the ones filling this out. Yep, you can just click the starter plan right there, fill out your card information, and we'll get you set up and good to go. And then you send them the onboarding form, or you start just asking those onboarding form questions, and you can just follow along with Jasper's instruction, and you can set this all up.
Yeah, I've got to revisit that. Jeez.
But I mean, I probably wouldn't go that in depth with how, like, all the bullet points I did, but I was just trying to give you some like pricing explanation examples, because some people if you can read, they want more information because they're about to make a big investment. They may want to be informed. You can kind of gauge, maybe ask the question, do you want me to explain these checks to you, or are you good to go? And let them choose whether they want to hear more or not, because you could talk yourself out of the sale if they hear too much. So just ask. Probably. True. Like, would you like me to explain these for you, or do you pretty much get what we're doing?
Yeah, I need to set that up. That's on that's the funnel, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the onboarding funnel, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, cool. I'll go after this. I'll go into that,
Cool.
and then gotta put my pricing details on the sign up button.
Yeah, for sure. And to the focus thing, so I actually made a cool post about this that kind of answers it. And it should help with anyone who gets stuck, because I kind of get stuck, not stuck, but just like we get so
Yeah,
excited and
yeah, yeah,
into it and motivated. So let me type this in.
yeah.
I wrote this out, and I actually read this last Q&A with Craig, and I don't know if you've seen this or not. I'll share my screen, and I'm just going to read this out real quick,
Sure.
also for recording too. If you feel stuck and lost, this is also how to focus too. So you can use this. This is all you have to think about in the beginning of your Go High Level learning journey. Assuming you have not gotten your first 1 to 2 clients. Step 1, turn off your overthinking brain and breathe for a moment. Step 2, go to the classroom section and follow along with the setup Jasper has laid out step by step and as condensed of a training as he possibly could have, and simply follow along, learn, and apply to your agency. Getting familiar with Go High Level software and prioritizing what is being shown in the classroom will help you the fastest. At this step, you simply need to get familiar and understand the core features Jasper speaks about, so you have a strong foundation to build from as you can shift your agency direction. If you wish, after you have absorbed the core knowledge being taught. So this being the core stuff Jasper teaches, absorb that first, and then if you can find a better way than what Jasper shows, then do your own thing. It may be a better way.
Sure.
You may make
Yeah.
millions. Do it, but this is
Yeah.
the first step.
Yeah.
You're not stuck to this like concrete. It's morphable. Step 3, do your best to absorb the information being shown. You are not stuck to this forever. This is simply a foundation for you to make your business your own. Step 4, keep in mind that you have many resources inside of this community at your disposal that act as guide rails for any questions, sticking points, tech questions, beginner questions you may have. You literally have other profitable agency owners, Jasper to personally jump on Zoom with you if you book a call, myself for DM school/urgent Zoom support, etc. You are not alone and have everything you need to become cost neutral/profitable. Just wanted to get that out there. Step 5, if you have never done something before, you are supposed to be bad at it, and that's okay. Keep this in mind, especially when you get to the reaching out to clients phase. In the case of cold calling, it could literally take hundreds of calls before someone hops on Zoom with you and tens of Zooms to close your first client, and that's also okay.
Yeah.
You will get better. Volume negates luck in business, and volume of work also makes you more skilled at whatever you are trying to get better at. Step 6, it will not always be easy, but this community is meant to take a lot of the variables of unknown away from you, act as guide rails or guardrails, and allow you to propel yourself forward to profitability as soon as possible, so that you won't need to be stressed that your software fee is not coming out of your own pocket, but funding itself. Step 7, if there is any promise I can make to you, it is this: the feeling of getting your first payment come into your bank account, generating enough to cover your minimum software expense, is an amazing feeling that will give you the self-belief that you can do it again and scale. Keep up, don't quit, stay consistent, and we believe in you. And then this clip here is actually Alex Ramosi, if you know him talking about a similar business model that Jasper teaches, and it's about a local website SEO agency and why it works and why businesses will pay for it. I found this clip and made it. It's pretty cool. But do you have any thoughts on what I read?
I'll go with it. No, that's so true. It is, and that's exactly what I'm going. That there is exactly what I'm going through. Is as time keeps ticking. Like some days, I think to myself, at the end of the day, I didn't achieve shit. You know what I mean? Like I didn't, because my brain was just too all over the place, and it's like, and so I tell myself one day to write down, okay, stay on automations and just stay on that for the whole day. Like just focus on that. Stop going on onboarding, stop looking at, I don't know, website. Like, because it's just like, I think it's like, I just want to hurry up and consume the knowledge and then But the thing is okay, maybe I'll be getting bits and pieces of the knowledge.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to actual action, and it's like, okay, you got that piece, but you didn't get the other piece. When I'm talking on the phone, you know what I mean? It's like, far out.
It's
So
a hard
it's like,
transition.
yeah, it's just trying to, I understand that I've got to go through the numbers of rejection, but the most important thing right now is for me to get that list and just start talking to people and just practice, I guess, and just accept that the rejection will come, and just keep refining my conversations.
Yeah, and if you think about it in steps, the first step you have to do is consume knowledge endlessly. So it feels you're still like transitioning out of that into action is really tough. And the first like focusing on learning is essential in the beginning, and getting good enough at what we are offering is more important than reaching out to people, because if we don't know what we're doing, why call people in the first place? Then it's kind of scammy.
Exactly.
So the first goal is to learn enough to become competent, acknowledge when you can fulfill on your promises. And as soon as you can fulfill on your promises, then start calling, and also know how to onboard a client, how to accept the payment, and how to get their information. Like, all you got to do is get their information, get access to what you need to get access to, and fulfill. You can take 2 weeks to fulfill a client and do an amazing job. And you can have the conviction to know that you will be worth what you are charging in that case. So it's get competent, know how to onboard a client and accept payment, get the information you need, and fulfill. Once you can do that, competence, onboarding, payment, or payment, onboarding, fulfill your promises. If you can go from point A to point B, even if it's a simple DM messaging, getting information and building a website and fulfilling on your promises, you have no other reason than to not call. And that's advice for myself too. If you're in the stage where you have to cold call, and that's the way you want to get clients. And it's not the only way, but it's the I want results now way. And everyone probably has to go through it at some point. But you don't have to cold call forever. You can get clients in other ways. But see, I go on tangents too, kind of. Competence, then payment, onboarding, fulfill, call people.
Yeah.
You can do that step 1 through 4. You have no reason to not call. And we as soon as we're ready to call, we procrastinate by learning more. And yes, we're learning more and getting better, but automating, even like making that pricing page isn't necessary. You could send them a Stripe link, show them a picture of what your pricing is, send them a Stripe link, get the information, and fulfill, and do it again. You don't need these fancy things in the beginning. You just want to get cost neutral, get profitable, and then outsource the time consuming tasks anyway. So
for sure. Yeah, definitely, man. Awesome, Tanner. And so I've got a demo call in about an hour and a half. No, well, like, I've done a few demos, but like you say, like, the thing that I feel that I lack is the knowledge or the competence as I'm talking with them. Because when I'm listening to their answers, I'm thinking, shit, I'm just thinking other shit, that I could say, but there's 1, 2, 3 things to respond. And it's like, okay, which one? Okay, I'll just go with this one. It's like, all right.
Yeah, at the core of talking to people, at the core of it, if like you're wondering what to say, or you're like you're not feeling like focused enough, you could just, before you get on the call, and like the knowledge part of it, if you can confidently say that you can help their business, and why what you do helps them make more money or save them time, and why it works, and you can explain that to them, that's all you have to do. Is you just have to, like, when I let sales go, I would be mad at myself because I thought I didn't explain it well enough. They obviously didn't believe in what I was saying, or if they could only know, like, think about it like this: if they could only know what was inside your head, if they knew exactly what you knew about their business, would they pay you? And if the answer is not yes, then you need to get better. But if you know that your stuff will help them with their problem. If only they knew, if only you could transfer that information to their brain, would they buy?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
if you can get to that point, then it's just conveying that to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's the conveying thing.
the
You know?
transferring of conviction and knowledge. And the first step to that is have conviction. Do you, like, ask yourself, do I think I can help this person sincerely? And if the answer is no, you need to study. And like, why can't I help them? Then you study and then you learn the knowledge. But if you think, can I help them? Yes. Do I believe I can help them? Yes. Can I save them time? Yes. Can I make them more money? Yes. Can I capture leads for them? Yes. Can I be on call to help them update with future website updates? Yes. Can I explain why what I do saves them time and makes them money? Yes. Everything else is just like techie fluff. You don't need to say it, you know?
Yeah, see, my first demo that I did, the guy said, yeah, man, sweet, I'll take that website. And then, yeah, like I was scrambling, like, oh, shucks, man, what the hell do I do now? And so it's like I said, oh, yeah, just because I showed him the templated website. I said, this is it. This is the basic website that I'm offering you. It's not custom made, is what I said. I said, this is it. So all you got to do is just give me the photos and then just tell me what you don't want in there. So like the pricing, if you want to cut the pricing. And then he says, oh, yeah, sweet. So he gave me his photos. Then I was doing the editorial. Man, my editing is crap. You know what I mean? And then I was going on Canva. I was crap with the logos. My logo sizes with the padding was crap. And I was like, fuck. And then I was doing such a bad job. So I was using GHL. I was calling up GHL. Hey man, can you fix this? Can you know what I mean? I was like, I was hating that process of like shit. But then again, this is me brand new into, selling a website. Like, mate, I only came into this because I was doing Facebook ads. You know what I mean? I'm not a creator. So in my mind for the future, as soon as I get my first website guy or girl, whatever business, me personally, you probably will be against this, Tanner, but I'm going to hire a VA to take care of that shit because I'm just useless myself. But what I will do is I'll hire the VA at the same time, but I'll do it as well. And I'll just compare mine to the VA's to not for me to improve, but it'll be just, I don't know, just to make sure that I'm delivering for the client, that he's getting the simple, basic, happy setup of the website, right?
For sure. So you're not alone. That's the first thing to outsource is the website design. And it's just so time consuming. And it's just, it really is. And it probably 20 hours of just consistent fiddling with it to get somewhat competent.
I hate that. I so hate that. It's just so time consuming. Like I'm not a creative person, so it's best to just offload that to the VA.
Yeah. And that, in the beginning, cold calling and website designing is stuff that probably most people may not enjoy or kind of hate. I mean, some people like them, like designing stuff. I kind of enjoy the website process, but it is so time consuming. That's the first thing you probably either not do but it is important. I will say it is important to at least be competent with it. So, because if something happens to VA and the world melts down, you have to know how to connect domains and DNS.
Sure.
You need to know how to set up an email. You need to edit a photo or change it if something happens. I'll
do the bare basics. I'll learn the bare basic.
For sure.
But I'm not going to waste time to be flashy and I'm the best. No. I'll just as long as the padding's like looking even, sweet.
And also to your point, website, like what I tell clients too, it's like the website design's good and all. It's like it's important, but it's not that important. You want it to look clean. But if your competitor's website looks great, but it's ranked lower, would you rather have the okay looking website that's ranked number 1 or the crappy website or the amazing website looking and like ranking number 14? It doesn't matter really. You just want them. Does it capture leads? Does it look okay?
Exactly.
Will it make them show up in person with automations? If it can do that, you're fine. So don't stress.
Yeah, because usually that's what I say anyway in the sales, like on the demo, on the Zoom call, is I say, you know what? I mean, I'm offering you the space of website. So all it is just copy and paste. I just add in your photos. And then like, and say like if they say, oh, you know, it may not look too good. Like, can you make it like spruce it up? Then that's when I would say, you know what, like even though I'm offering you the basic website, it doesn't really matter in the overall algorithm atmosphere, because ultimately it is the Google ranking on your website, the SEO keywords that is on your website, that is most important, and that's what's going to attract. It's not the fancy look. It's like you having a Facebook page, but how many people are visiting the Facebook page and you're
Exactly.
not even posting, right?
You could pay 10 grand to a logo designer, but if no one's looking at it,
Yeah.
there's certain things that matter more. When you get more leads, we can hire someone, pay them 3 grand, and they can make you a perfect website if you think that's helpful. But yeah, exactly. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
For
Cool,
sure.
man. It's good to talk to you, Tanner.
Good to talk to you too. For sure, sign up with one of the small group calls with Jasper.
Yeah, I
He's super
will.
nice, and he's way smarter than I am with Go High Level. So he's the man.
Nah, but I'll still I gotta make sure that I keep coming to these meetings as well.
Good.
Come to as many as I can to hurry up and stay focused and get shit done, man.
Yeah, and Limbs, this is Ian.
Huh?
What's your niche? Like, is there
Personal trainers?
Oh, like fitness coaching online?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Um, do you need some automations? I'm working with a client that has a bunch of these automations I just created for him. And so I don't know
Okay.
if you or your clients need any, but I have some automations that I can share with you.
Man, I'll take a look at it, bro. I mean, like, see, that's another thing. Like, I know how to do the automations, but it's just, bro, you got to do it. Like, you got to actually do it. It's like I'm sitting there and then I'll go click on to, the automations, and then I'm just, oh man, looking at YouTube and looking at just, oh man, 2 hours has gone by. Shucks. Yeah, man.
You know what I'll
Give
do,
it,
bro?
give it, bro. Give me your automations, bro.
No, so what I'll just do a snapshot and then I'll probably share that snapshot link with you if anything. Are you
Yeah,
on
cool, bro.
the school or an email? You got an email or something like that?
Yeah, I'm on the school.
You on school?
Limbs. Yeah.
Yeah, and you both are on Vault too. So if you guys see each other in the groups, be sure to, comment on each other's posts and everything. Make that connection.
Are you from where are you from?
I live in Australia,
Oh,
but
right on.
I'm from New Zealand.
Oh, right on, bro. Right on.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
from Hawaii.
Where you from? Hawaii.
Hawaii. Yeah, but live in
Oh,
Utah right now.
yeah, Ian. Yeah. So you're gonna send me the
Yeah,
automation
I'm
on
gonna
that.
follow you, bro. I'm gonna follow you.
So do you can just message me on the school? Is that right? On the Vault?
Yeah. Yep. So is that
Sweet.
the only thing you have is personal training, or do you do something else?
Yeah. So firstly I'm starting with the personal trainers first. So I'm gonna get the VA to get me about 500. I mean, I should get the whole 6,000 Australian personal trainers, but I'm just like testing the VA to make sure that he's giving me good quality first before I
Is it a
pay out the
Filipino
whole.
VA or?
Yeah. But I was looking at Upwork, so there was
Oh,
a
okay.
few from Bangladesh, Pakistan, but this one Brian that I took on, he's from the Philippines.
Okay. How much do you pay them?
He's $3.50 an hour. So I only got
Oh,
him to do like 1 hour first, just to give him a trial. And he got me say 39, because I was asking him, because I didn't know like the numbers for $3.50 an hour. So I
yeah.
said, oh, could you get me say 250 to 500 within 1 hour? And he was like, oh, I don't know, man. That's a big. He said, oh, because he wanted the work, so he said, okay, I'll give it a try. I'll do my best for 1 hour. I said, yeah,
Right
sweet,
on.
man.
So he got me about 39, 40. And then I called up the whole list and I thought, yeah, sweet. So I'll take this guy on again. And then I've let him know, hey, just give me say 10 to 15 hours, which should work around about maybe 500, 600 leads, according to, you know, the 40 leads within 1 hour that you got me. So yeah, he's keen. They're all keen, eh? They're all keen for the work.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. No, that's awesome,
Yeah.
man.
Well, so how long you been in the business for, Ian?
So I just start. So I tried to start one. I was with Jason Wardrop. This
Yeah,
was
yeah,
years ago though, back in like 2020. And
right.
I just was like, this is stupid, man. So I just ended up like not even doing it, not even doing Go High Level. And then I started seeing Jasper like come up, and then I was, watching his content. And then I just got into the community like probably like this past week.
Yeah.
And yeah, just sign up for his affiliate. I rebranded with another company. I just started another company because the one that I had was a Kahinalu, but a lot of people were like, "Hey, what is this? How do you say it?" So I just decided to rebrand with webuilt.io. So hoping to
Sure.
just focus on like construction, and then I'm part of this men's group, and so that's why this personal trainer, he used to use Go High Level, and so he was just showing me his account before, and then I was just
Ah,
getting all his automations, his text, emails, weights, and then there's some other like Facebook ad automations that I could create. But then once I kind of scrape all his old from another agency he was working with. I'll try and scrape all the automations and websites, and then I'll do a snapshot and then send it over to you when I can.
yeah, yeah. Much appreciated, man.
Yep.
Thank you
And
very
I think
much.
this other agency, they had like funnels, websites. He did have some courses too. Do you know, Tanner, if the snapshots, does it get the courses too or not really?
Oh, like what as far as the white label training videos?
Yeah, like no, for like let's say you created a snapshot, but then the person that owns that account, the sub account, creates courses. When you create a snapshot of it, does it capture the courses too, or just like the
Yeah,
automations
you
and
can mix and match snapshots. So if you have like a design from a realtor you think would look cool for a website, and then you have automations that would work well with this, you could kind of mix match and just you could skip and override certain features of the snapshot if you want to import it into, you know, that sub account. And then you could just double check and make sure it's good. And you could also, if you wanted to re-import a feature that you really liked, you could just re-import one feature from a snapshot. So
okay, okay,
yeah, just
cool.
you could just click that feature and yeah, I could show you too if it gives you issues. But both of you, are you Limbs? How long have you been in the vault?
I think since December.
December, and then Ian joined January 21st, right? Or like
Yeah,
9 days ago. What do you guys think so far about it?
it's fire,
Yeah, I
man. I
mean,
love
like
it.
you, Jasper, man, like I was so impressed because I was with another affiliate, and then so fortunate that Jasper did the offer of the AI season.
Mm,
So even though I'm still with the affiliate, another affiliate, because of this way, I was able to link in with you guys on the vault. So yeah, paying for the AI monthly under Jasper, and just watching Jasper's like that 5 hour video
mm.
of start to finish. I mean, man,
The
that
YouTube
got my
video?
not yeah, that got my knowledge. Like I still
Yeah,
need to keep going over it,
and that
but
YouTube
like
video, just so you know, is the core course in both Quest and Vault. It's the same video, just compartmentalized
yeah,
for simplicity. If you didn't already know that,
sure, sure.
but it is
But you
video
know,
awesome.
because so like I use that as the base. I always will go over that video, like whatever I need to learn. But then, you know, it's always good to like, because there's always going to be updates, right? So
to have Jasper live and you, Tanner, live is the quality of your education is right
It's
on,
huge,
man.
bro.
That's
It's
awesome. And
like people who don't are not techie. I'm not techie, but you guys just show, okay, push this button, that button, that. Oh, sweet. You know what I
that's
mean? Like
the biggest
I'm like
dream.
a 5-year-old kid, right? My brain is like a 5-year-old. It's like, bro, don't make me try and think. Just tell me. Tell me how to edit.
That's so good to hear. Thank you for those kind words. Yeah, we're trying to keep improving it and everything. And did you guys watch that like 11-minute presentation video I sent both of you in school DMs? If you put it in like double speed, it's like under 6 minutes. Do you guys get a chance to look at just like the features of the vault and everything
Where did you
Yeah.
send it?
in the school DMs? I don't know if I may have not. I think I sent it to you, Ian, but was that helpful, or did you get a chance to go through it and kind of updated you on everything?
Yeah, definitely, man.
Do you have
Definitely.
any questions after watching, or any like where everything is, or you feel comfortable with
Nah,
navigating?
not
Yeah.
for now. I mean,
Awesome.
for now I'm good, but you know, as time keeps ticking, for sure I'll come back and let you know.
For sure. Yeah, that YouTube video is from a newcomer welcome call we used to have, but we just decided to make it a presentation and a video and send it. And it's essentially just a newcomer welcome call that goes through all the features and everything. And but
Nice.
if you guys have any questions in either way, whether you watch it or not, I can also answer in school DMs. I'm pretty active and responsive. I try to be. So, but yeah, cool. And you
Nice.
guys, and you said you had to go, Limbs.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah, man. I look forward to the
Hey,
automation, brother.
100%,
Thank you,
man.
man.
Good to meet you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Good
you.
to
See you,
meet
man.
you.
Yeah, for sure. And then
Good to
Ian,
meet you, Ems.
Did you have any questions?
The question I had is with cold calling, do people call through the go high level system, or do they just pick up their phone and dial and then make sales calls?
Oh, like from an agency perspective, trying to get
Yeah,
clients. Oh,
yeah.
it really just depends. Like you can, if you like have a local cell phone, you can make calls with your local cell phone, and that makes sense. And it's just a preference thing. But for people who
What
are,
have you done?
well, I live in South Korea, so I use the actual software, like the call and the number that I get from my agency. But I've also gotten like the first couple clients that I
Dude, you
was
live in
getting.
South Korea? That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, I love it out here. And then
You speak?
a little bit, yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. So how
Yeah.
did you hook up with Jasper?
Uh, well, I was gonna be his affiliate, like let me look it up. I forgot when I sent him a message. I sent him a Loom like 7 or 8 or at this point, like I guess 8 months ago now, in like
Yeah.
June. No, 10 months ago. And I pretty much was like, hey, I think a school community would be useful to you, and I would love to help you set it up. And this is why. And I sent him like a 5-minute Loom and like a 3-minute Loom, and just like explained everything. And also, I became his affiliate, and then I messaged him like this big long breakdown message. And at first, he was like, "No, I'm ignoring this kid," because I'm a stranger to him, but I liked his YouTube videos and loved what he stood for,
Yeah.
and actually came to the same conclusions myself in late 2023 into January of 2024 of the website, Google business page, lead capture automations, and that's it. And then right after that, I found Jasper's video. I'm like, oh, this guy's already figured out the website plus, software thing, and he's 2 years ahead of the game. I have to talk to him. And then, yeah, I figured I had an
Dude.
affiliate program. I upgraded with his affiliate link, and now he had to talk to me because I was his affiliate pretty much. And he's like, dang it.
Yeah.
So at that point, but then after a month of explaining and being very passive, and I think I just made sense. And he had like a Discord group and a Facebook group and these different things, and none of it was active. And I saw that, and I just like laid out all the strategy I learned about school communities and about marketing, and like I pretty much pitched him on partnering with me, and he did. So now we're
Nice.
community partners, and that's like the bullet point explanation. And I think the reason he was wanting to work with me is because I got to over 2K a month using his strategies while I was active duty Army. So I had no time. I was like just doing pretty much what he said. And I made over $2,000 a month with that. And now I'm slowly growing my agency and focusing solely on,
Our community.
yeah, majority school community strategy and building my own agency, building my personal brand and helping Jasper succeed and helping, affiliates become cost neutral as fast as possible is pretty much the breakdown of my life.
So you pretty much have how many clients then to get you to 2K a month?
Like six or six-ish at the time. Yeah.
Oh wow. So are you still trying to grow that or what?
Oh, for sure I am. But I'm doing it. I'm not, because I don't have to cold call anymore. If I had to, I would, if I really needed to crank out numbers. But the more I cold call, the less I can learn and the less I can focus on the community. So it's like a balancing tightrope game. It's like growing my own agency, but also growing these communities and helping others with their agencies and answering school DMs and everything. And that kind of goes back and forth, and that's an interesting thing, but it doesn't really get in the way too much now that I'm like full-time business now, so it's not too bad.
Dude, that's awesome.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for making the time.
No problem. I was just on a call with Jasper and some other members for the small group, so I was going to see
Okay.
if I could compare it or like combine the two calls.
Oh,
He had to jump off right at
okay.
9, so it just worked out perfect. So.
Okay. Yay. Okay. So, like I said, I was looking for someone to bounce some ideas off of because I would like to start an agency, but right now I was just setting up the software for just my business.
Mhm.
But what I do, I specialize in locks, which they're like the small stylable locks.
Mhm.
So hey, hi.
This for you.
It's for me?
Chris. Yeah, Rosalie. This from Chris.
From Chris?
Yeah. Tamara from Chris. Tamara.
Oh, for Tamara.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Oh, thanks.
I guess. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I'm on a meeting, but I can come say hi when I'm done.
Blueberries.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
So yeah, so I was saying I specialize in locks, right?
Mhm.
And the type of service that we provide, it's a high ticket service. So I teach how to do it, and then I teach the stylists how to run their business with the service. And so some of the things, so when the client comes for a consultation for like an hour, and then we talk about what we're going to do with their hair, and then they have to wait 2 weeks before we actually put the locks in, and then after we put the locks in, there's a follow-up. And I wanted to, in the past, I created an automation for those appointments and letting them know the state their hair needs to be in and what they need to expect and any paperwork that needs to be signed. I had created an automation using, when I was using Keep, right? So then I decided it was too expensive, and then I moved on to some other softwares, and now I found Go High Level, so I'm trying to recreate the same thing. But what I would like to do is recreate that whole process so that when I train the people, I can say to them, this is your business. The stuff is already the automations are in there already. And all they would need to change is like their business name or whatever little tweaks that they want to put in there, but the flow of how you run your business will already be in there. So the package I was thinking about putting together was like a 4-page website. And then I used the social media planner as well. And I was going to standardize some of the things that they can use to market their business with as well. So the website, the booking calendar, and invoicing for the beginning part of the service, because you give them an estimate, then they pay, and then things move forward. But then they can book like a regular appointment, like a salon appointment every 6 weeks or whatever. So this, you know, that whole setup and monthly aspect was where I was wondering what makes sense, and I don't understand exactly how to limit what's available on the side menu for people. Like I just would want them to have those exact things. And then like how does the agency function, and how does affiliate function, so that I can maximize this process, that if I hold a class, then I tell people that let me mentor you through your building your business. This is the software you're going to use. Everything's already set up. Like what would be the best way to go about that?
Oh, that's pretty cool. So the good news is once you set up the perfect system or sub account one time,
yeah,
with the proper custom values, they can just input their information with whatever form you give them, or you manually do it yourself.
Yeah.
The first setup's always the hardest. If you can perfect the first setup, is literally just like copy and paste onto your. You probably already know that, but it's called a snapshot. So when you make the perfect setup in your case, you just make a snapshot with like the proper custom values, which means, like I said, they're going to input that form information, and then when they upload their information, it all gets updated. Maybe some minor tweaks you have to make with the website, but there are ways to automate and streamline that process.
Okay.
So the first step is making the perfect
the
snapshot.
system first. Okay.
Perfect system first. So if you can, so that's easier said than done, but it's not extremely hard. You have to like recreate what you did for Keep. So the exact automations you had for Keep, the follow-ups, what you want there, like if they're signing to learn the system that you provide with seeking your mentorship, you're going to have the automations to nurture them from you to them, and the automations to nurture their local business leads in their little ecosystem.
Right. Okay.
So the automations from you to them will only have to be made once, and you won't have to make a snapshot of that. But the snapshot you have to make in terms of like reselling the software would be from their perspective. You're putting yourself in their shoes, what they need to nurture their locks leads. If it's locks, it happens to be locks.
Right.
So that's like the ecosystem. And as far as how that process would work, you wouldn't go through the Go High Level affiliate program necessarily. You would just create sub accounts for your needs. You can do that one of two ways. The way number one is you're on the 297 plan, and you can manually, there's one of my dogs. So you can manually, this is Teddy.
Teddy. That's cute.
Teddy. Yeah, so you can manually set up each sub account. If you don't have like an extreme volume of lead flow, like say you get 1 or 2 leads per week, maybe you can do that manually, no problem. It takes about 5 minutes. You get on Zoom with them, probably similar to this, and you share your screen and do that. But if you ever get to a point where you're bringing on like 12 leads a week or 20 leads a week, if you get to that level of success, it makes more sense to be on the 497 plan. Which is the SaaS configurator. So where the journey would be 2 different ways. If you're on the 297, you as the agency owner, and say I'm a Locks potential mentee, like I'm seeking Rosalie's help to run my business. Number one is you don't have enough of the mentees volume every week yet so you could get on Zoom like this and manually upload their information, which is completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you start giving like talks at lock conventions or whatever that business conventions is, and you want to give them a link to your software and that's their ticket in to be your mentee, then they could go to this app.rosalieslocks.com or whatever, and it's your portal to your software. And you can, once they sign in, they pay the whatever fee you make them pay to have access to the software. It could be $9.99 a month. It could be $9 a month. It could be $100. It's whatever you want for you, and however you want to like charge and split ways or whatever. They would immediately get access. So you could have 10 people in this case in this lock convention listening to you speak. You can sign up right here and you can go ahead and sign in. Or when you get home, sign in, and 10 people at the same time could log in, sign up, pay, and then you have a list of people already in your software you can then mentor. Probably have a follow-up system and stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's like the overarching view. Of what that would look like.
I think that's exactly what I was thinking about doing. So I feel like I have to check, but I feel like I'm already on the 497 plan when because I upgraded to, or no, 297. You're right, it's 297 because I was on the 97 plan and then I upgraded to be Jasper's affiliate. I had to do the 297. Okay, great. So
I wouldn't recommend getting on the 497 until you're ready to start doing talks like that, or you have enough content to bring in the stuff. You can do everything you need right now on the 297. So
Okay.
what happens is when you get on the 497 plan, you'll get access to a whole new feature called SaaS configurator, software as a service. And what that means is you could have an ideal perfect snapshot and put it with a SaaS configurator, which is just the automated thing I was talking about. They can sign in, they can pay, they're in your system, they have the automations, they have general website designs they can pick, and which would be pretty interesting to set up. But you want when you attach, like they're going to sign up on that SaaS configurator, and you can attach a snapshot with that sign up. So as soon as they pick a certain plan, like maybe you want to differentiate it by pricing plans, or maybe you want to differentiate it by the website designs themselves. If you want this color, locks website, or this type of style of website, they can pick different plans, and it imports that design upon sign up. And you can have multiple SaaS plans, and just like it's very customizable. It's nothing to overthink right now, but just know that that's the overarching concept of what that unlocks. But it's not needed in the very beginning. It's more like a waste of money at first because you don't need to spend an extra $200 a month,
Okay. All right. I got you. So for your advice would be to work on the automations and the system the way that I would like it to be, and then see how many people I can recruit to do that, and then move on to the okay. So when I'm doing, let's say, the one-on-one, I feel like I'm gonna need to get somebody to help. I don't do web design myself. I mean, I've been like playing around with it for using the software and stuff, but I feel like I would want to give that over to somebody. So then the cost of whatever the person to implement, right? I can also build that into the cost of the service I'm providing.
Yeah, if you want to do that, you can also have snapshot set up, so you can just set it up one time and then make little edits. I will say it will be very worth your time to just get semi-familiarized with the software, because if your VAs, the people you hire to do this, go offline, or you need them, it could be scary. So, but if you get familiar, if you just spend like 10 hours on a weekend just getting familiar with the web design, it's drag and drop. It's not like as bad as WordPress, for example.
Right.
It is inconvenient to learn that, but if you can, you're going to be way less stressed out. And same thing with the software. You just want to know what
the general part of it.
Cool thing is, Jasper, you probably already know the snapshots he has.
Yeah.
And that can help be a template. And there's also templates in Go High Level software itself where you can build not from scratch, but off of a pretty design you like, and just make little pictures that you can fit your business better.
Okay. That feels good. Because it was real like convoluted, and I had been looking for that ongoing, like that maintenance recurring revenue model. I've been trying to do that for the longest, and I give away clients because I can't service the people. So as I'm training people, I give them the excess of my clients, and I just, it's like you're oozing money. You don't know how to like bring it back in. Yeah. So I feel like this will be the way to go.
Yeah, let me show you something cool that might help with that too. Just like the training side. Have you seen Jasper's white label training videos yet?
No.
Okay, so this would be super cool. I'll show you one of my sub accounts. I help primarily jiu-jitsu gyms, but I can help any local business in terms of my agency. Let me pull up his stuff and I'll show you what his account looks like, so you can kind of get an idea. It's the same thing, it's just a different niche and style of business. So let me go ahead and share my screen. this might help understand too. So what you're about to see, can you see my screen now?
Okay.
So this is my client's, he's been one of my clients for over a year now, and he's a jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
This isn't the amount of money he's closed, but this is the amount of opportunity value that I've unlocked just by bringing in leads.
So sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm good at you.
So what you
Okay.
see, this
This
is
is opportunity.
opportunity in the past, like 159 signups. So what I did is building the website out. It's Google page setup, and then lead capture automation, similar to what you say. They sign up for a free trial of the jiu-jitsu gym class, and then they get reminded 24 hours before, 4 hours before, an hour before, whatever, and they show up and they try their free trial. In this case, it could be a quote consultation for their locks that first, and you could do it, you could make it as far out as you want. If it's on the onus of the business owner to close these leads that you capture for them and get them.
Okay.
Organic SEO. This was no advertising or very minimal. This was like getting ranked higher on Google. It gets taken to the website. They book a free trial. They show up in person.
Okay.
So you could set up a system like that and then implement some stuff like that. That could be really cool for your prospective leads. Not only are you giving them a lead capture mechanism that you only have to set up one time and then copy and paste it, and then you could set up an organic SEO system, which SEO means the search engine optimization, and you just get them ranked higher. It's a very close or adjacent skill to website design. So it sounds scary for like very, very beginners, but it's not as bad. When you hear the word SEO, and what I try to tell people is, if like, it sounds like scary, but all you're doing is filling the on-page keywords of your website with things that people would search, like locks in city, stuff in city. And there's tools you could use, but again, no, that's just an overarching concept.
Right.
Now, this is the tool you're going to give them, whether you onboard them manually to the software and you give them a sub account, or they do the SaaS plan and they sign in and they get immediate access as soon as they log in to this, which is pretty cool. So either way, it's the same thing. The one's a bit quicker than the other is the only difference. Now, well, imagine they get the software access and you limit the amount of tabs left.
Exactly.
You see where this says video training?
Yeah.
Just by being in the vault, you get access to video training that Jasper's white labeled without his face, without his information, and it will train your clients for you if they have any questions about it.
Wow.
You can set this up right now. So the value add, even though this was made 9-10 months ago, it's still
right.
If they click, it looks like it's in the software. So Jasper set all this up for us, which is pretty nice of him. And you have access to this right now, by the way, just because you're in the vault, even if you're not paying for the software yet. So you see like a business profile setup. This is software setup, software tutorials, and they could give this to their employees too. So like, it's just super helpful. And then you could also set it up to where they can book a support call internal to the software. Maybe you set aside 2 hours of your day to answer questions with them, or you can purchase support with Go High Level themselves for an extra fee, and they'll do tech support for you. And there's services that'll do that for you. So there's definitely options, but I just want to show you that real quick.
This is awesome.
And a lot of the questions of how to onboard, like a client, for example, you'll see, so you're in the vault, right? I think you definitely are. And then Classroom, if you just go through this course, Start Quest here.
So I did. Yeah, I did. I think I made it all the way through to the I went through all the things, but I had some things set up, right? Because I signed up for the software in like October. So I had some things set up, but not in the way that Jasper was describing it, because I only had access to a sub account. So when I upgraded, I set up another sub account with the way that he showed how to do it. And that's the one that I want to be the agency.
Perfect. Yeah. So exactly. And this section in particular, how to onboard and set up clients, will be the same of like, you get on a Zoom call is like the premise. And then as soon as the Zoom call is on, you're like, would you like to sign up? Okay, I'll give you access. I'll accept payment details. That's the more manual, like back and forth in the beginning. And then you just fulfill your promises and they run their business with what you've set up. A lot of this stuff is upfront labor when you get a client, but then it's monthly recurring, which is why it's so enticing. You know, it's like, oh, we can work 8 hours one day and that will pay us as long as we do a good job and fulfill our promises and are not, we're just like wholesome business owners helping other business owners. That's fine.
Right.
Again,
Okay.
with the SaaS configurator, it would be more like you go to a convention or a Facebook ad or something, it leads to a page. If you're a lock owner, a lock business owner, or a hair salon, whatever, you can sign up with this and I'll get to you within 48 hours and talk to you and we'll talk one-on-one. I'll get on a Zoom call with you and you can just sign in immediately and start building your system out. And so you can figure something out like that.
Awesome. Okay, I'm excited.
Cool.
Okay, so I think I'll focus on. Okay, good. I have the big pictures is there that it's possible and it's going to be something I can duplicate. Like set up one time and then duplicate it.
Right.
So I'll just start working on the detail because I was thinking like a funnel for the leads to book a consultation, and then after they book the consultation, they come in for the consult, they get their hair analysis, all that, and then that whole automation, I'll need to fine tune it, and then the other automations are just will be regular. You book an appointment, you get a reminder, and ask for a review at the end. I think that's going to be good also. And then what else did I say? I said the website.
Yeah, and
the booking system.
For sure. And I think you have everything, but just to make sure it's like clear and like, because there's a lot of moving parts. Sometimes it can get kind of scattered in our heads.
Right.
So the first step for you as Rosalie, this is your master plan to get other lock owners, is for you to have some type of system. So this is you up top. Hello, my name's Rosalie. Boom. This is you. And this is your agency, and this is like the funnel that people will go to book a consult. And I'm gonna try and write consult without embarrassing myself. Consult, whatever that equals. So you can have automations built out and like slowly build this system, but you don't have to build this to your preference one time. And they're either going to book a consult or they're going to later on directly buy the software, either one. So that's like the simple, whatever that equals to you. And you could just be manually DMing people at first. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. You could slowly add in reminders to your agency consult or whatever, reminders to show up, maybe a nurture sequence if they decided not to pay, which Jasper's also set up some automations for you as the agency owner.
Okay.
So the second thing you're going to want to like think about and slowly build is from the perspective of the people you plan to help, these other lock business owners. You're going to reach out to them and then you're going to give them access to their sub account, right? And then with this, they get, we'll get text out. This, they get website. They get a website.
Yeah.
They get software. They get the They get the automations to nurture lock leads in this case. They get
intake forms,
intake forms, training video. So right now we're kind of building your offer and like bullet points right now to them. Website, they get software, they get tutorial videos, and whatever you promised them, they're as far as results, whatever you include in your offer. So you're going to make a perfect one of these. You're going to make a perfect setup one time for these people. Make a better circle going. Come on. Okay. And once you build the perfect setup and the perfect system, you'll just do this. Make a snapshot of what you set up one time, improve it, and then do it again. And then that's like the process. So you have to think about two things, not as important, but the snapshot's really important. You
Right.
just in and again, you learn more every month and you apply them to all of your snapshots and you update them and you do it again. And eventually you could have hundreds of business owners all looking to you because this entire time you're learning, you're improving, you're getting better at your craft, you're outsourcing things. And like, that's like just the progression of things. So just, you'll do great as long as you don't stop learning. You keep absorbing everything that Jasper's teaching in here. I think you'll be fine. You're on the right track for sure.
Awesome.
Is this drawing helpful or was that unneeded?
You said?
Was this drawing helpful at all or was it
It
unneeded?
was helpful. I took a picture.
Sweet. Okay, cool.
It was very helpful, actually. So right now, I have two sub accounts. One, the one that I brought over, and then the one that I'm setting up the way Jasper is recommending. So technically, that's my agency sub account, right?
Mhm.
Okay, that's clear. And then every time I sign up somebody, they get their own sub account.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great question. So again, this is actually a really common question. This will be way faster than my last one. Don't worry. So this is, and you bought GHL.
Yes.
And you have the agency. You have the agency view. So you can oversee all the sub accounts from your agency view.
Okay.
Right.
Mhm.
So we'll say AV agency view.
Mhm.
And then with this, just like everyone else, you'll have a sub account
Mhm.
that you'll operate your business, your agency business out of, just like you mentioned, sub account. So you can think of agency view as like overview of all your sub accounts and the sub accounts where operations lie for a business or a purpose. So this will be your sub account for your agency that you'll operate out of.
Okay.
And then when you get a client, they'll also get a sub account and you'll import a snapshot to fulfill the promises that you've promised them. And you could have infinite snapshots and infinite sub accounts with the 297 plan. And when you're ready to up the volume of leads, if that comes fast or slow, whichever one, you can always automate more of this onboarding clients process with the SaaS configurator. It's completely up to you. It's not a necessity, but sometimes if you have like 100 people to onboard in a month, you really can't do it manually anymore. So you kind of need help. That's when you. So yeah, that
upgrade. Okay. This is exciting. All right. Okay. This was really helpful.
Cool.
This was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Of course, I'm happy to help. Is there anything else you'd like to spitball or brainstorm while you have me? Because I'm a business nerd, so I could like spitball with you all day, but I also don't want to hold you up.
So, okay. So I'm working on my course, right? Oh, yes, there is. I have the course. I have the course, an online course set up in my system, and I was confused about the membership area. I mean, you know how it says you can have a community or a group. Yeah, that area. I'm not quite. Maybe I can share it with you.
Sure. Let me make sure you can have the permission to. Schools. You can share screen now, I think. Yeah, community strategy and core strategy is like a big focus point of mine.
Is it? Okay, cool. So
Jasper and I's partnership with the Quest and Vault. It's like those are the ideas that I reached out to him about like 6 months ago.
Oh wow. Okay. So I have the courses. I mean, what am I doing? So I have all these. I used to have them in Thinkific, but now I kind of combined everything and put it into this one. It's like one big course, and then the other things are in person. So when people sign up for this course, I would like them to I guess, be a part of a group, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I set up this group from watching one of his videos, but it was before I was in the vault.
Mm.
Do I have a, oh, yay. Okay, so I just did this.
Awesome.
But I don't know what's going to happen if when somebody signs up for the class. How do I give them immediate, is this an automation I need to set up?
Yeah, there's like internal automations, and to be completely honest, I have not actually touched Go High Level communities at all. The Go
Okay.
system, a lot
Okay.
of Jasper and I's focus has. Then there's nothing wrong with it, but there's our focus has been on school
On
primarily.
school, yeah.
But I can do research for you and provide you documents to help and like answer these questions.
Okay.
I do want to explain to you the pros and cons of Go High Level communities and school communities. Number one, Go High Level communities come with your software, so you don't have to pay any extra to
Right.
host a community, which is amazing.
Right.
But one thing that I'll show you real quick that might intrigue you is, that I encourage people to test and see, is because school communities have millions of active daily users with intent to learn, and it's free of distraction, and people are already searching these forums and communities, and people get leads just from being on school. It acts as like a semi funnel. The two co-owners of school, Alex Hormozy and Sam Ovens, have you heard of any of those names?
I've heard of Hormozy, yeah.
Yeah, Hormozy, he's a co-owner of School, the software, if you didn't know already. And so it's pretty cool. I'll share my screen with you real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So everything I'm about to say is also applicable to Go Collab. It just depends on your business's goals, and there's no wrong answer.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like a local business situation, either one could really work. It could be for Go Collab, you have to directly bring traffic 100% of the time. But say you could have, in your case, leads from across the United States and help
Mm-hmm.
lock owners, which could eventually be like the long-term play, provide mentorship. There's discovery pages on School, and if I type in locks, for example, there's nothing that says locks yet. So it's like there's not very many lock owners. But
What?
for example, say someone types in high level, in the case of, which is the software Jasper uses, and someone types in high level, you can see that out of all these communities, he ranks in the top 4 for this. So people who are just on School can look and like click and learn about this person, and they'll be going to the top page. And low, so you gotta have a free community, and a big strategy is having a free and paid community, so people can know you, which is essentially what High Level Quest was. You can know Jasper, feel them out, see if they're trustworthy, hear some testimonials, get free value, and then when they're ready, they can either go into your Go Collab community or just go into a paid School community. At the end of the day, community strategy is community strategy. That's the goal, whether you do it on Go Collab or School. I do help people. I mean, I would help you regardless, because you're in the vault, but I just want to let you know that Jasper sends me all School affiliates, and I help them even more because they use my School link. If you ever want to use School in the future, I'll give you free, no extra cost support. Only downfall of School is it costs $100 a month per community. So that's that's the thing to keep in mind.
Okay.
Anyway, communities are good because it's a low friction way for you to interact with your people, and they don't have to pay and risk money because they don't know you. You're a stranger.
That's right.
That's like the thing. And if you start making content about locks, if you start making ads, if you start running Google ads, whatever, you can funnel them to either your Go Collab community or your School community. But you also don't even need a school. You don't even need a community to be successful, but it just helps to nurture leads for you. That's all I'll say about community. But everything I just said is also applicable to Go Collab.
Go Collab. Yeah, I think I had heard that you have to, that discovery feature in School is really what's setting it apart, because it's available to more people.
Yeah, and there's like intuitive things, like as you see in the vault, there's community tab, and you could like host little events and trainings, weekly trainings that are pretty cool. They get notified. There's like internal systems that notify people when they go live. It acts as like an interactive newsletter,
Mm-hmm.
like a low friction newsletter. And another thing, as opposed to being on Facebook, for example, where they get advertised in other ways and distracted, if you're in someone's school community, they're focused.
That's all there is. Yeah.
So it's nice.
That's good.
For example, in this one, I can send you this is like a local business growth strategy community I started. It's a free one. I just help people answer questions and stuff. But
Okay.
I have a school community strategy section.
Okay.
It acts as like a low friction interactive newsletter, as you see here.
Mm-hmm.
And the two community strategies, if you have like leads and paying customers, you could have one for non-customers to nurture them, and two to be your paying customers and leads. And for a local business scenario, they could expand their like they could provide like a low ticket offer depending on what they're doing. So they're not confined by the local area of their city, but can have customers across the world. That's a cool thing to think about. But yeah, so that's like some thoughts. I'll be quiet now.
This is good. I feel like so the one that you're hosting next, that you would be answering this type of question in that Q&A.
Oh, like the initial agency Q&A?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one, what I do is anyone's welcome to join, and then I'll just like churn through questions as fast as possible because sometimes they can't book with Jasper at that time. And then if there is no questions, it'll just act as like a co-working session until like for 2 hours. So I just try to hit a couple of birds. You're welcome to join that too. It's open.
Okay. Then I'll use you because you've given me a lot, so I know I have work to do, so I can make sure I tap in and absorb as much as I can. This is good.
Cool. I'm glad.
Awesome. I really appreciate your time. This was amazing.
Yes, ma'am, for sure. Anytime.